Hello, today I'm going to take you through an experimental piece I'm doing. I am attempting 3 different Mardi Gras earrings in the shape of Louisiana to see which I like better or which you like better. This first one, I have the yellow, green, and purple, and I've cut it up, jumbled it, put some bacon bond and some gold, and I'm just kind of squishing it all together. It's going to be in there very randomly, and I want to pack it down so that, the clay is holding together, and it'll cut nicely if it's this little square. So I didn't make a lot of it because I'm just trying out, seeing what looks good. So just lay those out, make sure you cover the middle. And while I do go over it with the roller, I will also run it through the pasta roller to help get it out. So this here is after the pasta roller. And I did some bad planning there and forgot to make sure I could fit 2 Louisianas on top of each other, but it ends up working out in the end. The reason my hand keeps leaving the screen in between each cut is because I use cornstarch to keep my cutter from sticking, especially those very detailed bits like the end of Louisiana there. And so I do 2 things. I use the cornstarch, and I didn't do it here and it got stuck. The second thing is that I put it down and I will press the tip down where it's got that complicated bit, not all the way through, just a little bit. Then I'll lift it back up and then cut it the rest of the way through. And that combined keeps that little corner from getting stuck in there. Like I said, I forgot to do it on that one, and that's the one that got stuck. Now, normally I would brush the cornstarch off, but I was trying to make my video smooth and I forgot to bring my brush that I use for that, and I just kind of got flustered and didn't do it. So now this is the same clay, just a green, a purple, and a yellow. And both of these are being included in this video because it was before I had the idea to do each section separate. So this is one of the first videos I took. But now I'm going to try a layered. So it's going to be, what order did I do them? I want to say green, gold, purple. And so once again, I'm adding the liquid Sculpey or the Sculpey Bacon Bond. I've used both. And this is, so when I smash it together now, it's going to be a solid wall of whatever color it is. The green, the purple, the yellow, will be a solid wall of that with stripes of the gold leaf throughout. So that should look pretty. Just adds a little bit of extra pizzazz to that layer. So here, I'm very messily squishing them down into those solid pieces now that the gold has been mixed throughout, and then stacking them on top of each other. And it is not a pretty piece right there, but it does the job, and trying to squish them to be more or less the same shape without messing up my layers too much. And I've never done this before, so it was fun to try. Let's see, and you can see those stripes of the gold leaf through it. And trying to line those up. I don't want to be too perfect with it because I like the way it looks when the lines are wiggly and it's not perfect. So I don't need all the layers to be the exact same thickness or line up perfectly or anything like that. This is after I went through the pasta roller. Once again, you'll see I poke that tip down, pull it back up, and then push the whole thing down. I use this acrylic pad to help it push down evenly all the way across. Because I'd had a problem when I was doing it by hand. One, your hand kind of gets tired if you're cutting a lot of stuff and putting that pressure down. The cutter will start pressing in on your palm. But also, it just helps me get an even push, because I did have some times where I would push more in one corner And when I'd go to pull off the excess clay, part of it would still be stuck because I hadn't cut all the way through. Okay, now this one's a hot mess. So I got clear Sculpey clay, and I dyed it using alcohol inks to be yellow, purple, and green, which that is purple. It looks a little blue on my camera here, but that is purple. And then I used acrylic paint to do the outside a darker green or purple or gold. And now I'm adding the liquid clay and some gold. And I had left this there for a good while when I came back to do this, and it still had not fully dried that acrylic, so this ended up being a hot mess. So happy I had gloves for this. It also made the most annoying squelchy sound, so definitely a good reminder to turn off the background noise for this. Same thing with the yellow, mix it in, get that gold leaf all through there. I used a nice shiny gold acrylic on the outside. And I realized after I was done here that there was one more piece I should have done experimental. I should have done this half the size and then done the same thing but with the colors mixed instead of layered, just like I did with the solid colors. That would have been fun. I didn't mind mixing the purple on top of where the gold had been just because I thought, don't think extra gold's going to hurt the look. Let's see, squish them down together. Now, I don't know if it's because the acrylic wasn't dry or what, but these did not want to stay together quite as well as the other ones did. So they really fought with me the whole time. I think you're going to get a good view of that when I try and roll it out. It actually ended up, I was only able to roll out half of it because I tried to put it through the pasta maker and it just fell apart on me. But that gives me more to go back and try and do the mixed because I'll be able to chop up basically what I have here and mix it all up and attempt to do it as a mix again. So you can see this is pretty funky shaped because man did it fight with me. It also spread out quite a bit, so that gold area ended up being much bigger than I wanted it to be. Which means that this is going to be a lot heavier on the gold. I'm trying to avoid that middle where things got extra wonky. So this is supposed to be a faux stone look, so I don't mind if it's a little wonky because that gives it the stone look. Oh, here, getting stuck again. I missed to see if I remembered to put the tip down, but even if I didn't, this clay just, this was not working with me. Oh yeah, so I don't mind if it's a little wonky because of the faux stone. Oh, see, I didn't push down evenly here, and so it's not wanting to let go there because I didn't quite push it down. Oh boy, these were trouble. Going into the oven, got my little oven thermometer there to make sure it's the right. Okay, so here is the mashed up one. And there's the layers. I like how the layers came out. This is the faux stone. You can see how it's see-through there. So let me know which one is your favorite, stripes, faux stone, or random.